I've been avoiding social media. Well, I've been in and out of the social media streets. I put timers on my Facebook and Instagram just to make sure I'm not, in that rabbit hole for too long. It's like, I still want to see what's going on in the world, but, I don't want to immerse myself in all the fuckery and all the opinions. There's so many. It's billions of opinions. Past few days, I've been bopping in these Facebook streets and these Instagram streets and Twitter streets, and everybody's losing their minds over Roe v. Wade. Understandably so. And I'm not here to debate the particular politics of Roe v. Wade, but it's like I sense this. Didn't you feel a reckoning to women's liberation? There's a whole kind of backlash going on to women's liberation. And kind of think it's our fault, ladies. It's our fault. We wanted to, I guess, approach sex like men, with the same kind of attitude and freedom as them. But we're built differently. It's like, I know with all the gender identity issues that are and debates that are taking place, along with the women's liberation movement, roles have changed and shifted for both sexes. People aren't even claiming a sex, or they're shifting their gender identities. And so like all these roles, these traditional roles, what we call traditional roles, are being shifted and blurred in all manner of ways. Nevertheless, we should respect that in general, men and women, males and females, we're part of the same species, but we are constructed differently. We have a different formulation, different soup of hormones. We have different strengths. But we thought that we were going to, there was the sexual revolution kind of came around the same time that civil rights was happening, and we thought we could handle, and we wanted to approach sex like men do. But men are built differently. Men have testosterone, and they're just more sexually aggressive. They just are. It's not that women don't get. It's not that we don't get turned on. It's like I'm trying to mince my words just in case my mother decides to watch this, and I don't want to. She'll be like, "Oh Lord, Sully, don't embarrass me." So I don't want to come too out of pocket, but we can't approach sex the way men can. Now, I'm not saying we should all go get cloistered off until someone's ready to marry us. I wouldn't go that far. But we do have to be, especially now that Roe v. Wade has been overturned, we have to be a lot more discriminating when it comes to who we're having sex with, why we're having the sex. Because we get more attached. Just inherently, we get more attached. I learned, shout out to Dr. Boyce Watkins, I learned this tip from him. And he's on these YouTube streets, very successful on these YouTube streets, black finance professor. I really love the work that he's doing. But, and he always correlates love and money, love and finances. And he says, based on his research, but women, we excrete a hormone. We trigger a hormone. The same hormone that makes us attached to our babies is the same hormone that, is triggered when we have sex with a man. And it's not that, men can't get attached to women, but it's different. They're built differently. They can say they love you and easily fuck some broad that they don't give two shits about, don't even look good. And that's not an excuse for them fucking around. I'm just dealing with the nature. Sex is so powerful. Sex is the reason why men have ambition in the first fucking place. In order for them to get as much sex as possible, as much options for sex as possible, then they know that they have to probably have money. They'll be able to fight, protect you, and if you can't fight and protect your woman, well, if you have money, you can pay other people to protect your woman and your children. Men getting pussy. This is the reason why empires rose and fell. The whole story of Helen of Troy created a big old war over this pussy. And it's not because she just gave it away to anybody. Give it to this person because they're cute. Give it to this person because they said something nice to you. Give it to this person because they bought you some fucking dinner. So now that we fought for our rights, and we're out there working our asses off, still earning less than men, mind you. Now we're supposed to make ourselves look like photoshopped supermodels while paying half the fucking bills. Shit. And you're lucky if they want to pay half the fucking bills. This giving this pussy away, women trying to treat sex the way men do, have created, I would say, a generation, or I dare say two, of man children. I'm doing my best to make sure that my sons, they'll become man children, but it's so hard. It's so hard when there's so many man children running amok. They've overturned Roe v. Wade. Man children, how y'all feel about this? Yeah. Abortion was your get out of jail for free or nominal price card for so long. But yes, it's like if we're going to give If we're gonna give these motherfuckers that pussy, we're gonna keep fucking them without, necessarily marrying them. Then what we're gonna do? It's like, it's like we want men. I don't want boys. It's like there used to be a time where boys had to go through a rites of passage to be considered a man. It's like you had to pass. The men of the tribe or the clan or the village would take the boys away from their mothers, because you know how mothers are. We're going to sit there and be like, no, don't do that to my baby. They went to go be with men and learn with men. They had to, and they had to pass, or they would never be respected as a man. They wouldn't even give you man clothes if you didn't pass the rites of passage. You'd be a 45-year-old motherfucker wearing a goddamn diaper with a beanie on your head with a propeller on the top to warn women everywhere, do not give this man-child your pussy, because he can do nothing for you. You had to learn how to hunt game, survive in the jungle, build a fucking fire, you prove yourself in battle. You had to show that you were responsible enough, reliable enough, strong enough to handle pussy, to be able to protect and provide for your woman and the children you make with this woman. Yes, I said it. The woman and the children. You had to show that you were reliable enough to handle pussy and the consequences of having sex, which are children. And if you didn't pass the rites of passage, women didn't fuck with you. And I dare say we need to bring that back, whether Roe v. Wade or not. We got to bring back the standards. Because I'm always hearing standards of what they want women to be and women to do. It's always ever changing. And like I said, they want us to be fucking airbrush supermodels who fuck their brains out and become a neuroscientist that pays half or all the bills. They keep telling you who's hot, who's not. It's like you can be the most beautiful woman in the world today, and then 2 weeks from now, they tell your ass you're too old. And there's some newest, latest, hottest, youngest starlet coming up behind you, model coming up behind you. And got us women fighting each other for some dick, which is not a hot commodity. Dick, pussy. As I told you, empires rise and fall. Not dick. Not a fuck anything. They'll tell you the whole laundry list of what they prefer. Get the fuck out of here. What you'll never have to worry about is finding somebody that will fuck you, women. Just look at the porn industry. A man will fuck anything. So it is up to us women to set the framework of how pussy is dispersed out here. It's like, I know they be saying hoes be winning, and it be looking like that. It be looking like hoes be winning. But that's a short game to play. You can't hoe forever, because there's